Hi, just a quick video here on a new indicator that we've put into with our suite of liquidity indicators. Everyone sees things differently. This is a regular liquidity multi-time frame. It is similar to the sentiment multi-time layered indicator, but it does show you the difference of the trading days of the week spread over the 3-week period, just to iron out whether you're trading on a Monday or a Wednesday or a Friday, which might not be picked up by different liquidities because there is so much difference in the days of the week. Here we can just see some of the strengths here, very similar to the moving average. You might see simply options they have the trigger system, which is just simple moving averages that they've put a lot of time into the graphics, but really you could just overlay onto this. You could overlay a moving average, a 200 or a 150, depending on what you're looking at, if you wanted to see those triggers coming in and helping you. The beauty of having basically a moving average here with liquidity is you can see that when you get a consolidation of the time frames moving in, that you know that you're into a dangerous period. So this is really telling you this is a dangerous period where we did have buying coming up until the 9th, where it just started to, as we went into the close of the 9th and the afternoon of the 9th, we did see this large selling start, and then we did get a little bit of bump up in the day before we had a hard sell, and it's always very interesting to watch these closes in, because the closes really tell you what's going to happen. There was one the other day when we had Vixpiration here, and so we had going in on the Monday, we had lots of strong buying, and as it went into the Tuesday, we followed through with more strong buying, and you would have thought that this would have opened up. And look, there is a tiny little bit of an open up onto Wednesday. There's a tiny little bit of open up, but it has sold hard here in the afternoon, but only in the last sort of 15 minutes, and it's gone into Vixpiration, which is a normal event. The Vixpiration once a month, you will see a lot of the deltas coming out, and a change to the balance of volatility as market makers reposition those 30-day put options for the SPX and the SPY to make the measure for the VIX. And then we can see how well it shows the buys going into the afternoon. Obviously, you could go through very easily on this if you wanted to. Let me just see if I can find it. I'm just one moment. A regular multi-time frame. You could go through if you wanted to, and have below just a single ticker time if that was the way that you wanted to trade. So we could make all of these 15 minutes. And that would mean that you were trading in the 15 minutes. I like trading in the 5, so if I'm closer than that, it's just like makes my glasses too thick. But if we pull those all in, we then have the luxury of having a multi-time frame above and then a single time frame below, which gives us a real clarity of what's happening. So we see those buys into the close much stronger. We can see this buy into the close here before this expiration, and we can just see how strong they are. I must admit, I do like moving averages, and they do really help, but there's nothing like being able to have a look at groups. And look, I use the irregular liquidity of the Mag 7 to help me to see how strong a buy is. So when I started seeing this happening into the close on Friday, I took out lots of short-dated calls in the queues, realizing it was going to open up substantially. It's just going to push the buy, and I kept I had some index and futures on the queues as well. Bitcoin was doing the same. So look, I did some heavy buying into the close on Friday, which has opened up quite well on the Monday. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy the little update that we've made there. Remember, you can toggle these in and out. They're all toggleable. You can change the time spans. You can have both the multi up on the same day as on the same screen as a single. It's just you have to get the time frames in the same, and then you can toggle out the gradient fill if you prefer the system that we used to run without having a gradient in there. Very similar. I do like, especially when we have the multi-time frame, I do like having those fills. They do add to the the speed of which your eyes can pick up what's happening. Anyway, I hope you have a good week's trading, and I hope that you enjoy our new indicator, especially if you just wanted to purchase a single indicator rather than the group. I think that the groups are much better, and our whole suite really adds to your way to be able to view different parts of the market. And I hope that the addition brings you some extra alpha. Thank you very much.